Mr. Ambassador, Chair of the 1540 Committee, members of the group of experts, excellencies, professors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I could not start today but by saying thank you. It is only with great difficulty that I can express with words how grateful and honored I feel to have been selected as the first prize for the Stimson Center 1540 essay contest. Grateful because the contest has made me come to grips with the complexities to tackle a challenge that is as important as it is difficult, and honored for letting a group of students from all around the world provide their small input in an issue that deals with the hardest chord of national sovereignty. I also do need to wholeheartedly thank Professor Vicente Garrido, who has been the sponsoring professor for my essay. Professor Garrido not only was the person who actually informed me about the contest in the first place, but he has been a true mentor since we first met around this time 4 years ago. He has consistently gone beyond his line of duty to introduce students into the practical reality of international relations, and that is something I'm really grateful for. And last but not least, I also need to thank the Spanish Ministry of Foreign Affairs, because it is thanks to its internship program in which I took part 2 years ago that it was first introduced into the workings of the UN Security Council subsidiary organs. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 weeks ago, when I told relatives and friends I was coming here, many asked what was my essay about. So when I told them it was about preventing the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, some thought I was trying to solve a problem from the past, something which ended with the fall of the Berlin Wall. In my humble opinion, this is because in this world of multiplex crises, the risk of proliferation by non-state actors remains dangerously high, and yet they are too often shadowed by more visual issues. That is why efforts to redouble non-proliferation regimes from the recently passed Resolution 20/10 to achieve entry into force of the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty to this comprehensive review of Resolution 1540 are very welcome. And so, in this rapidly changing scientific, technological, and commercial environment in which the implementation of Resolution 1540 is taking place, my essay, which was a 5-year national action plan for Tunisia, could be summarized in 3 words. Later in the panel, we can discuss the specifics, so for now, just 3 words. Those are comprehensiveness, technology, and leadership. Comprehensiveness, because preventing the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction is a collective duty. It's the duty of the customs officer who thoroughly tracks the origin and destination of all dual-use materials. It's the duty of the private companies which manage critical facilities that invest in physical protection and collaborates with government entities in prevention and response protocols. And it's the duty of civil society who engage in democratic processes to ensure accountability for the empowerment of the technical assistance capability of the committee to member states. Second, we must acknowledge that technology is the main driving force behind both proliferation and non-proliferation. So as weapons of mass destruction were proudly presented by some as the success of technological research, we must now put technology at the forefront of the non-proliferation efforts, which goes from digital databases which can be automatically updated and shared among government entities and with the committee, to GPS tracking for sensible materials, to the use of unmanned aerial vehicles for continued border surveillance. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, all these efforts would remain unsuccessful if not matched with the necessary leadership and political courage to reach consensus, as the ambassador was saying before. To reach and it is true, I have said, that it remains gargantuously difficult to reach, to assemble the necessary momentum to change the status quo, so as to reinforce the resolution with sustained support and adequate resources. But my message to you today is that as weapons of mass destruction continue to be used as we speak, we have the opportunity for limited lifetimes to be a force for good, to use technology not to destroy but to protect, and to show disengaged societies that the UN can deliver results which make positive impacts. So, At a moment in which Resolution 1540 is at a crossroads, the 2016 Comprehensive Review needs to lead to a renewed and strong mandate which is tailored to make full use of both the technological advancements as well as the political opportunities available and which may arise in the following years. As a consequence, the result of the Comprehensive Review needs to be as innovative for 2016 as Resolution 1540, which for the first time addressed the challenge of non-state actors, was for 2004. The resulting resolution needs thus to be worthy of its legacy. Therefore, I truly hope that the ongoing efforts led by Ambassador Oyarzun as the chair of the 1540 Committee are fruitful, because there is just too much at stake. Thank you, Ambassador, for accepting the challenge. I am, as a student and model member of civil society, at your complete disposal in any way in which I could contribute to the Comprehensive Review. To end with, I would just ask you not to read just my essay, but to read the note. Mine was just an individual contribution, but only our collective brain power is powerful enough to change the world. Thank you so much again to the Distinction Center.